On today's retro spot, we're having a look at the Kenner Care Bears Professor Coldheart. Professor Coldheart comes with a frozen mini mug right down there, as you can see. Along the top of the package it says, "I'm the coldest person in the world. I can't stand Care Bears because they care about feelings. If they would drink from my mug, I'd turn their feelings to ice." It contains one posable figure and accessory. Again, this comes to us from the good folks at Kenner, which, let me zoom into this, which meets or exceeds all safety requirements. Attaboy, Kenner. Attaboy. Up at the top of the package, we have the very retro Care Bears logo. By the way, I found this on eBay. I bought this from eBay a while back. On the back of the package, it says, Care Bears are 13 roly-poly little bears who live high up in the land of rainbows and fluffy clouds, called Care-a-Lot. They always keeping an eye on things down on Earth, and whenever you want to share your feelings with others, they'll come right down to help. One look into their tummies helps you understand why they're so good at helping you express whatever you're feeling. Whatever. Let's zoom in. You can see some of the Care Bears. We got ourselves Tenderheart. Oh, how do you know, by the way? There's a little legend down there. We got Tenderheart. We got Bedtime Bear. We got Birthday Bear. Moving along. We got Cheer Bear. Oh, Grumpy Bear. Friend Bear. Love-A-Lot Bear. Wish Bear. Down there. Down in the second row there. We got Funshine Bear. Good Luck Bear. Baby Hugs Bear, Baby Tugs Bear, Gramps Bear, Professor Coldheart, and lastly the Cloud Keeper with his little broom. If you have these Care Bears and need a place to store them, you can also pick up the Care-a-Lot playset as well as the Rainbow Roller and Cloudmobile. Two items that, don't laugh, Spot would like to get at some point, because all of this is stuff from my childhood. Copyright, by the way, 1982, 1983. Spot would have actually been 5 years old, 5 years old. Now look what I'm doing. Now I'm reviewing stuff on this atmosphere, this YouTube atmosphere. What I am going to do, though, is I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get this opened up, and when we come back, we're going to get a very retro look at Professor Coldheart. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Before we actually have a look at Professor Coldheart, the good folks at Kenner has included some things, including a letter. We do make each toy with tender loving care. If there's a problem with your toy as you receive it, please let us know. Simply describe the problem and mail that description along with your name and address to Kenner Products. Sadly, don't write to them now. Kenner doesn't exist. But you see, they do care. They really care. Other things, we have a little catalog brochure of all the toys that you can get from Kenner's Care Bear line, as well as a little read-up. A little read-up that has a description for each of the bears. Some stuffed animals. The posable figures, which we're looking at right now, or at least looking at one of them. Oh, there's the Rainbow Roller and the Cloudmobile. One day Spot. Care-a-Lot playset, storybook, play case. Hold on to this. This right here is time capsule. Hold on to this. This will relive your childhood. Oh, look at Tenderheart. He's hugging or chasing a cloud. I don't know what he's doing. And lastly of the brochures, we also got a little Rainbow Care Bear Care About You read-up. You can put on your door. Oh, and then on the back, there's all the Care Bears and what they say. Oh, and also Professor Coldheart says, I'm the coldest-hearted person in the world. I can't stand fuzzy-wuzzy Care Bears because they care about love and friendship. Yuck. If I had it my way, no one would have feelings. Well, it's a good thing we're not having it your way, Mr. Burger King over there. Not your way right away. Oh, God. Let's have a look at Professor Coldheart. For those who grew up probably with the Nelvana Care Bears cartoon, which I'm not a fan of. I never liked the Nelvana cartoon. You probably would know, was it Beastie? And, of course, No Heart. He was the main bad guy. Professor Coldheart actually comes from the Care Bears cartoon that came before Nelvana. He was in 2 episodes, The Land Without Feelings, a personal favorite of Spot's, and the Care Bears Battle the Freeze Machine. In both cases, Coldheart was bad. Big surprise, big surprise. He didn't like the Care Bears. He always called them fuzzies. Fuzzies! The figure looks pretty much like he did in the cartoon. He's got that bald look going on there. He's kind of like Mr. Burns if Mr. Burns got frostbitten. He's got himself a little jacket going on, a nice long jacket, I should say, with a Waldo-style striped scarf. Got some icicle decorations on his sleeves. He's got some icicle decorations on... Now this confuses me here. It looks like it's on the tops of his legs, but this looks like this should be the top of his jacket. So I guess these are pockets, even though they also serve as his legs, at least where you bend the legs. On the back, not really a whole heck of a lot on the back there. Very nice, though. Very nice indeed. He has no peg holes or anything like that to stand, but he seems to stand pretty good. Professor Coldheart. He also does come with his meanie mug. If you watch The Land Without Feelings, definitely do watch it if you haven't had a chance. I guess this would be the same mug that he offers Kevin. Kevin drinks it and he turns into one of those frog creatures. Coldheart's got a whole castle full of these frog slaves. You can put the mug into his hand. A nice frosty mug for Professor Coldheart. He doesn't really... That's really the only thing he comes with. It would have been nice if he came with something else, but I guess for Professor Coldheart, you really don't need anything else. In the way of his articulation, Professor Coldheart's head rotates left and right. His arms are on a swivel, back and forth, and also his legs can bend. The fact that his legs can bend... Oh, and also, I just want to point out, I like this mug. I like the fact that it's translucent. You can see Spot's fingers behind it. It's a nice detail there as well. The fact that his legs can bend, I would have liked if they had actually... I don't think they ever did, but I would have liked if they had made that cloud roadster thing that he ends up driving around in. It always has smoke and ice clouds coming from behind. That would be kind of neat. Sadly, I don't think it ever was. I don't think it was ever the case. But Professor Coldheart is a very cool figure, one in which Spot wished he had picked up when he was younger, never got the chance, totally picked him up now. Professor Coldheart, I'm going to give him a very retro 7.5. May not be everyone's cup of tea, but if you grew up in the 80s, you probably remember the Care Bears cartoon before Nelvana bought it. And if you ask me, when Nelvana actually got the rights for Care Bears, it wasn't as good. Give me Land Without Feelings all the time. Such a manly review, Spot. Today's retro Spot, we're having a look at the Kenner Care Bears Professor Coldheart. Fuzzies. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.